Hey guys, it's Jeremy here at Metal Music Meltdown back with another video. What today, guys, is the beginning of the year-end list series. Always my favorite time of the year to watch everyone's year-end list, see what they picked. And over the years, I've kind of gradually added more lists to my year-end kind of vibe. And I used to do just this top 10 favorite albums of the year like everyone else. But over the years, I started doing like my top 10 death metal favorite albums, top 10 thrash, album covers, EPs. I've kind of gradually done more and more over the years. So this year, I think I have a total of 6 year-end lists I'm going to do in a series. So I'll release one per day over the next week. And the first one we got here is my top 10 album covers of the year. And then stay tuned for my top 5 EPs of the year, my top 10 death metal albums, my top 10 stoner slash sludge slash doom metal albums kind of grouped together. And thrash metal, I decided to do 40 this year because it was just an amazing year for thrash. And I just wanted to really give all the bands the proper due that I wanted to give due again. And then, of course, the Big Daddy at the end, just my top 10 albums of the year in general. So let's jump right in, guys, with my top 10 album covers, starting with the first video. These aren't really my definitive favorites of the year. I didn't really double check every single album that came out, but I kind of scrolled through my album reviews I did this year, and I picked out 10 that I really stood out to me during the year that really caught my eye, and I just really like the album covers. These aren't in any particular order, not like 10 to 1. The last one's not necessarily my favorite. These are just 10 that I really enjoyed the album cover, and I just think they're really effective. There's not really much behind it. It's just the album covers that were just eye-catching to me and really visually pleasing to me, my eye, and I just really dug them. So the first one we got here is the new Sodom album, The Arsonist. I just love this album cover, love the colors. Of course, Sodom with their trademark logo at the top. Kind of the military view and the grays and black tones with the flames as the contrast. Just really eye-catching, really good thrashy cover. Just how it should be done, in my opinion, for thrash. Something like just cool illustration, something that grabs your attention, and really fitting of the music. Next we got the death thrash band Blood and Brutality with their EP Wrath Upon. I instantly loved this album cover as soon as I saw it. I just love the illustration, the whole theme, the kind of goated devil character holding the staff. Behind him, you can see like these kind of bat kind of demons flying around. Really cool logo. I love the colors, the kind of browns and the oranges. I just love the way it looks. Would be a really cool poster. If I could get my hands on like a mini poster of this, I would love to hang it on the wall. But I always love this album cover. Really cool EP. And I tell you guys, the reason why I did this video is just to really prove again how important album cover is to music. Like the music's obviously the main thing, but if you have like a really shitty album cover, like nobody's gonna even look at your album, I'm telling you. Half the time when I go into a record store and I'm like browsing through the metal section, if I see a band I've never heard of, but the album cover looks so badass and like really thrashy or something, I'll buy it without even checking it first. Like that's the kind of thing bands need to do to get sales and get people to check them out. When I browse through Encyclopedia Metal, I'm looking for bands to review. If it's something that comes up and it's like, oh, thrash, that looks cool, let me check it out. If I click on it to look into it further and the album cover just looks like shit, like they didn't put any effort into it, I just get rid of it and go back and look for something else. To be completely bluntly honest with you, it's the album cover that really draws me in. The bands who take the extra time and money to put money into their album cover, 9 times out of 10, when the album cover is amazing, the music is really good as well. So just a little side rant there, if you will. The next we got here is the new Phantom album, Tyrants of Wrath. Really good, kind of blackened thrash speed metal album. These guys have gained a lot of popularity this year. I've seen this album pop up all year, people talking about it. I wouldn't be surprised if this made a lot of people's year-end list. It was on my mid-year top 10 list, but spoiler alert, it didn't quite make the cut at the end, but it will pop up on another list for sure. But I love this album cover. I just like the illustration, I love the logo. Again, the colors really pop. It's really eye-catching. And from a distance, it's something you would definitely notice right away. Next we got the Italian Thrashers, Game Over. Always love this band. Probably my favorite album cover of theirs so far. Just the illustration, just a really cool image with the girl kind of reaching, and it looks like she's being sucked into like a third dimension or something, like the evil character behind the doors. Just a really cool album cover. The contrast of the reds and the kind of purple color really pop, like really bright color, really vibrant. And it's just like a really effective album cover. I always loved it. Next, we got the debut album from Cruel Bomb. This is just the most badass album cover of the year. Like a girl in like a bikini riding like a warhead, carrying a semi-automatic with a gas mask on, and it's like flames and explosions around her, and like atomic bomb, mushroom clouds. Really good choice of colors on this one, because it's very unusual blend of colors, like kind of a peachy, pink, purple, orange. Those blend of colors like really catch your eye. If I saw this on a vinyl in a record store up on the wall from like 20 feet away, and I saw that album cover with those colors in the image, I would instantly go over and check it out and see what it's about. Really good album cover, just badass and just awesome. Next, we got the death metal band Crimson Butchery with the album Stalker. This is their third album, I believe. Really good death metal band, but the album cover is just awesome. I love the logo. Very like gore drenched in like horror kind of themes. Kind of reminds me of like those old school horror movies. Always love this album cover. Really pops out at me. And really fitting of the music. Just really suits it really well. Next, we got the latest album cover from the band Void with their album Forbidden Morals. I always like this album cover. It's got a cool design to it, kind of like a animated kind of vibe. Again, really cool colors, really eye-catching, cool logo at the top as well, very unique logo as well. And I just really like this album cover. It's very like kind of fantasy, but animated at the same time. Really cool cover. Next we have what I would consider an ideal thrash album cover. The band Must Kill with their debut Condemned to Torture. Look at this album cover. Like it's like anything that has this style of art on it for me is the perfect thrash album. With the way that it's illustrated, the alien character, cool bright logo, the red and the green really pop against each other, the color variations, and it looks like Ed Repka style of illustration. Like that, anything that looks like that kind of illustration for me says this is going to be a fucking kick-ass thrash album. And this didn't disappoint. Killer debut, really good album, and probably might be my favorite thrash album cover of the year. Really good, really cool cover. Next we got the boys in Occult Kenji, their debut album of Gods and Ancestors. I just really like this album cover. I don't know what it is about it. It's very symmetrical. I like the contrast of like the darkness around the edges and then the brightness in the middle. Cool kind of illustration with like a tree kind of figure, and the leaves are like clouds at the top. But kind of a good contrast, fitting up the music as well, because there's like kind of dark parts and heaviness kind of which represent the outside. And there's a lot of bright moments in the music too, very clean and ethereal kind of moments as well. So good contrast. I love the logo on this band too, cool design. And just really like this album cover, really cool design. I always liked it right away. And the last one we got here, guys, is an Abstract Illusion with The Sleeping City. Again, love the color variation, very eye-catching, really suiting up the music, kind of a sci-fi, atmospheric, kind of dreamscape kind of vibe, very like, dreamy, light, and kind of beautiful, but kind of dark at the same time. Very fitting of the music, and I love the logo, the font, and I just love the color of this album and the illustration. Just a really cool album cover. Another one I'd love to have on a poster or like a flag or something to hang up in my behind me here. But yeah, those are my 10 guys that kind of, album covers that stood out to me. Name some down below of ones that you really like. I'm always down to check out album covers and maybe even bands if I haven't heard the band that you name. And like I said, stay tuned for the rest of the week, guys, for my other year-end list. Next will be probably the EP list. So stay tuned for that and keep it metal.